Dub D Productions, here to introduce to you our Addiction Crusher RPG. As we go down through this template, you can see we have an avatar that you can change out. All of the buttons you'll need for all of the different areas. We've got a how-to guide. There's a Open Me First, obviously, that's a surprise. Daily quest, weekly quests, special missions, battle log, inventory of rewards, and your guilds and communities. Here we have a daily inspirational quote, and in fact, every time you reboot or open this program, it'll change. It doesn't just change by day. As soon as this is opened, it'll go right into it. Here's your main leaderboard, your character status, health, emotional mana, experience points. Status means when you're done. Obviously levels and your total inventory rewards. As we go down through each one of these are built in a Kanban board, which is actually kind of nice. Works out pretty good. You have your daily, weekly, special missions, and obviously battle log. Here you've got an inventory of rewards where there are inventory of achievement badges, reward system points, progress tracker, motivational quotes, which we already have at the top, but you can do anything you want there. These are all customizable fields and areas. The only thing that you won't want to change is some of the fields in your rewards and whatnot. You want to leave those there. Otherwise, they won't be when you want to go to put something in them. Guilds and community, support group, engage with communities, memberships, mentorship, shared experiences, contact list. This is where you're going to put everybody in here that is going to help you out and that you can be able to contact somebody. And you'll see we've already put a ministry in here with a website, a telephone number for a prayer request line, all set to go. Tools for the journey. There's a how-to guide, and that's also in the button up above. Here are all your avatars you can change out, badges, sobriety coins, and there's monsters in here. Don't delete this here. There's some stuff in here that it's obviously the main database for all of the things that you have going on. So if we go back here to the top and say we wanted a daily quest, each day you're going to come in here and click. You'll find out that it automatically puts the date right there. You don't have to change or do anything in there. These are the different health boost, mana boost, and you will see in the how-to guide, you want to set this between a 1 and a 5. 1 means you're not having a very good day. 5 means you're having an excellent day. The same with your emotional status. You want to do the same thing. Experience reward points. This one here, just do it as slack 5. You want to put 5 points in there just for finishing out all of these quests for the day. And then you also click this. This will mark that you completed it. And in the daily quest, you have a morning routine, exercise, hydration, reading, and your gratitude journal. Now, I want to go over this gratitude journal because it is something you're going to want to do every day. And I'll explain once we go further that it actually keeps it in that Kanban board under the so your gratitude juniors, you write down things that you're grateful for, your daily journal. And you start here, you can see all the different prompts that it's going to give you to put in here, and then you're going to write here wherever in each section you want to. And let's get out of here. Archive is the word I was looking for. So I'm not going to redo it over one word. So there it is, that word there. So here's where you were. Now, if you started the day and you did a couple of things in there, you can either leave it there or you can come back and forth as you want. And throughout the day, here we go here, get this out of here again. And you can move it through your progresses here. So once you're done, I guess you didn't really need to put done. You could go straight to archives. The reason this is important for the archives is now, these are all dated as they go. Once you go through a day and you can go to, where are you at? There we go, archive. So now it's in there, it'll show a number. There's 1 in there. The reason we put that as a hidden group, because otherwise it would be putting a long tail in your way. This way here, you can go back, you just click on your avatar or your archive button and you open these up and fix them any way that you want to, add to them. But the biggest part about that is throughout the days, then you can go back to your journal and see what you wrote in there for any specific day. That way there you can keep track of what's going on. We have weekly quest here also. Now, above you can use the buttons if you're here just coming in. You can push your main buttons here, or you can get the same thing down here by clicking new, or even clicking new here. In your weekly progress, you see you have the same exact thing as your for your physical and your emotional health. Your XP rewards are always going to be the same at a 5, and your status points are going to be right here. This is low. Anyway, you'll see the things in here when you get to it, and that is also another way you can do with this Kanban board. You're working on it, say this is a whole week now. You did a day's progress on there. You're working throughout the week, and you can just kind of move this along as the week goes. Whatever you put in here, when you're done, finished, ready, and voila, to the archive. Or you can leave some of them here. It's your system. You can do whatever you want to with it. Once you start working with it, what is easiest for you to come back to each and every section you need. Special missions, that's also a points scenario as well. You got your health and mana boost here. So there's there's 3 of these that track your health and your mental for whatever mental it says. It's basically your emotional status. All those are going to be the same at the 5 points, 1 to 5, 1 a bad day, 5 a great day. XP reward points, these are always going to be at a 5, but you don't want to put this in here until you finish it now. So you're getting the points for finishing all of the things you need to be doing throughout this week. Skills and development, learning something new, volunteer work. Volunteering is a very good way to help with your addictions and keep your mind on something else. It just kind of works out pretty good for you. Mindfulness practice, networking with other people. You want to be sure that you are working with others as you go through your progress, because working through any kind of an addiction is something that you need to have a group to work with. It's not a one person only task. And so it's the same thing here. Your dates are automatically in here, so you can go back here. If you're putting them in the archive, you can go back anytime you want to, retrace and look at any of those you want to. Battle log, these are the same. And I don't believe we put points the same here, though. No, these are a little bit different. About that. Okay, so if you put in your experience points here are going to be at ×2 because battles are going to be a little more intense, things you're going to have to be doing. And so if you put in a 5 here, it's going to feed you 10 points in your experience points. Okay, now here's something that I really spent some time in, knowing your monsters. I went ahead and put in a list of your monsters and addictions. So there you go. So there's the whole list of all them guys right there. This one here seems to be the top thing or the last thing people usually get rid of, even if you're dealing with alcohol or opioids, other types of substance abuses here. For whatever reason, we always hang on to this last one. And there he is. That's the monster of nicotine. And this will show you how to go ahead and work on getting rid of different triggers and things. It's showing you different ways to improve on it. There's some links in here to support, seeking help, staying busy, managing stress, rewarding yourself. You always want to reward yourself. If you've been working on this progress and you went to a certain point, it's good to reward yourself. That gives you the incentive to keep going. And then here's some other major ones that people have tried. The top 3, actually 4 of them here. Nicotine, alcohol, marijuana, and opioids are the top 4. And for each one, I've went ahead and put a little monster for every group here. It kind of represents that. Here's your understanding the addiction, symptoms of the addiction, withdrawal symptoms, overcoming those addictions. All of those are pretty well thought out, put together. You can see there's also different tools that gives you the chance to work with those programs and be able to give you a higher volume of success in crushing your addiction. Inventory rewards, badges, reward system, progress tracker, those all go inside of here. So if you got a badge that you're going to want to put in here, and I've already put one in to show you what they look like. And the trick to those is you want to, your guilds and community obviously are support groups, engagement community, mentorship, shared experience. And again, here I put that contact list. We already talked about that. So here's all of your tools. This is the how-to guide from up above. You saw that above there. Here are the avatars. So what you're going to want to do, you want to go in here. Now this is set up with these already in here. And you can see there's even got some female ones in for fact. There's a warrior princess right there if I ever seen one. So these are actually kind of cool avatars. You can do one of two things. You can go up above and click on the deal on your avatar and click here. And then when you're going to copy this link here and put that in up above. Or you can go to the main page. Here, it's hidden in a Google Drive that is only accessible if you can't get in here if you don't have that link. And so you'll be able to see these. You can download the whole lot of them into your hard drive, and then it's easier to put anyway. Like I said, I'm having a connection problem. Let's just get out of here and from there where you're going, get those avatars, put them up in there. The same thing we got for the badges. Now these badges are all set up too the same way where you can click and put them up above in the way. These are actually very cool. I spent a lot of time looking for these to get some really nice looking ones, not some just those cheesy little black and white things. These are really nice to put. And you can actually put these, and you'll see that I actually put one, where are we at here? I had a couple of them up here as your icons. So I must have took those out this time, but that's okay. Sobriety coins. This is the old school sobriety coins, and these are actually kind of nice. I've liked them. I've had a few of these in my time, and these start out kind of cool. Your first 24 hours clean and sober, 30, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, and it goes all the way to from start to 1 year. I think it goes all the way to like 24, if I'm not mistaken, 21 years. All right. So those are again the old school sobriety AA coins, but it doesn't say that on there. You can do anything you want to with them, and it's actually kind of cool that you can put those in your inventory once you get caught up. So you want to reward yourself, and you can take notes in there, items earned, a type that you did, what you did, how you got to that point. And it's a success for any kind of addiction problem is continuing on the journey. You don't just start one day and say I'm done, and the next day you wake up and forever done. It's a process. You got to work through all of these. You definitely want to make sure you're rewarding yourself because that gives you the incentive to keep going. And that's just about all I got to say on this, other than I wish I would have had a better connection today. But now you see all the times I open those boxes and all those points I put in there, there they are. And those will stay there until the only way that those will disappear is if you delete. If you delete one of these, it's going to take those points away. So that's why you want to keep it in the archives. Yeah, don't delete it. Otherwise, again, it'll start shaving points off of your scenario here. I don't know what else to consider this, but this is something I worked very hard on, and I know that it will be a valuable tool to you. And I thank you for checking us out. And once again, always be sure to go to dubdproductions.com to see other programs and templates we have available for you. And again, have a wonderful day. Thank you.